Hello guys and girls, this is Nerds Nation here, back with another video. This is a Steelbook collection video. I have a very big collection. There are a lot of collections that are a lot bigger than mine, but I'm only 20 years old, so my collection is pretty good for for how long I've been collecting. Which is about 4 years. So basically, yeah, I'm going to start that off. I'll start off with some Steelbooks that I have for games first. In the past, I've done separate videos, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to do one big video. It's probably going to be about 20 minutes long, but my anime collection video was quite large as well. So I thought, why not? So I'll start on game Steelbooks. Firstly, we have Batman Arkham City. Which is a really good game. It does come with a slip cover, just the front and the back. It's quite a nice. There's different variations of this Steelbook. You can get ones with I think the Joker's on the back, and but this is the one with the Penguin. Next is Force Unleashed 2 Steelbook, which is an alright Steelbook. It's got a couple of scratches on. I know it's not, it's just part of Steelbook. The actual packaging has a scratch on it. This is quite a good game, and it's quite a nice Steelbook, quite simple. Next is one of my newest, which is my Star Wars Battlefront Steelbook, which is an Amazon exclusive. It's just nothing too special design, but it's quite a nice Steelbook to have in the collection. And it's pretty much the same price as I would have normally paid for it, so an added Steelbook is always good. So next I'll start off by... I'll start off with films that are not Marvel or DC. So I'll kick off with Kick-Ass. This is just the Play.com standard version, I believe. This is a very good film, actually. This is one of the older Steelbooks, 2010, because you have the image on the back, and even older ones had the Blu-ray thing at the top. They had Blu-ray up here, but it is quite a nice Steelbook. Next is 21 Jump Street, which is quite a funny film. I'm not too keen on the artwork of the Steelbook. Clearly that's edited because he's very slim, although he did lose weight, but it is a very good film. And that leads on straight on to 22 Jump Street as well, which was quite a funny film as well. Next is Cinderella, which is one of my favourite Steelbooks. I got this out in Italy, in Rome. It's a very beautiful Steelbook. Have yet to see Cinderella yet, but it is a very nice Steelbook. Quite a simple design, but it is very nice. Next is Ghost in the Shell, my only anime Steelbook. Then we have one of my oldest, again one of the older ones, which is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. It has the Blu-ray thing at the top, and it has information on the back. Before they became collector's items and they were merely just a nicer packaging. I mean, the artwork's nice in the front, but obviously they got the age rating stuff printed on it, and you know, it's not as nice as the new ones. And they didn't release them all over in the UK into Steelbook form. I believe they only did that one. Next is the start of my Hobbit ones. Now at the moment here I only have three. I have the original Hobbit Steelbook, standard version. Then I have the Desolation of Smaug 3D, quite a nice Steelbook. And then I have the extended edition of the Desolation of Smaug. Now I do have the Battle of Five Armies Steelbook, but my friend's borrowing it at the moment, so I can't show that. Next is Last Nights, which was a blind pickup. I haven't seen this film yet. It has Morgan Freeman in. But it looks fairly good. Next is one of my favourite Steelbooks, which is Let Me In. So it's a really good film. Let the Right One In is my favourite, but this has got Chloe Grace Moretz, and this is the reboot to this, not reboot, the newer version to the original Swedish film, which is based off a book. So it's a good, nice steelbook there. One of my favourites. It's a very nice design. Next is the Fellowship of the Ring with what appears to be. Oh, I think this is just stuff that's stuck to from my Spider-Man case thing. I need to change the sleeve. Fellowship of the Ring, the extended 5-disc edition. They've only, as of yet, released the Fellowship of the Ring in these. They didn't bring the Two Towers out yet and Return of the King. I think they were going to wait until how many this sold, but I don't think it was that popular. I don't think this sold very well. It's a nice design, and all of them together would look really nice. But it's sad. They have released the Lord of the Rings films in Steelbook, but I believe they were probably Future Shop exclusives or something like that. Next is Maze Runner, which is a really good film, quite a new film. I will have the second Steelbook as well come in. The second one was good as well. I'll probably get the second one soon. Next is Paddington, which is a rather simple design, but it is a very nice steelbook and a really nice film as well. Rather quintessentially English, I may say. Next is The Voices, Ryan Reynolds, Gemma Arterton and Anna Kendrick. Quite like Ryan Reynolds, Gemma Arterton and Anna Kendrick, both great actors, really fit as well. The Voices, I haven't yet to see this yet. I don't know why I picked that up. It was a bit of a blind buy, to be honest. Next, I will go on to, let's see, DC, I think. So we'll kick things off with Batman Forever. Probably the worst Batman film ever made, but it was cheap, so I got it on Steelbook to go with Batman and Robin. Again, another rather a horrible Batman film. I don't actually have Batman Returns or the original Batman on Steelbook yet, but I will pick those up when I can. Next is Batman Begins. One of my favourite films. Batman Begins is a really good film. Then The Dark Knight Steelbook. I believe this was the HMV version. It's a really nice steelbook. And then The Dark Knight Rises, which again is a really nice steelbook. It's a simple design, but it is very nice. Then I have, oh, that was in the wrong one. Batman: The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2, the French steelbooks. The American Target exclusives have proven rather hard to find and very expensive at about £35 each. You know, they probably cost about $18 if I bought it, which is about £13 if I went over and got one. But the people that are selling these buy quite a few prices, hike the price up, and then charge ridiculous amounts of shipping. So unfortunately I haven't yet got copies of those. But I've got the French versions, not as nice. They got stuff on the back, and obviously the spine's upside down, which I don't know why they do that with French releases, but I still got my steelbook, and they are actually quite good films. Oh, the wrong way around. Just putting them in with the rest of them. Right, next is I would say Son of Batman, which is a really good animated film. One of the best, I think, of the DC original movies. I would like them to release all of their movies on DVD and Steelbook. I know they always release them now on Steelbook. They're always Target exclusives. No one else seems to want to pick them up. But they are animated features, so it's still nice that they're getting released. Son of Batman, which is a nice one. It's just trying to have the space around me with all of them. Next is Batman and Robin, which I'm yet to see. That is a sequel, I think, straight after. Another Target exclusive, which I managed to pick up from a friend. And finally in my DC Steelbooks is Green Lantern, triple play. I mean, I don't really need to say much about the film. I went to cinema to see this. Yeah, that's about it. You can't really see much about Green Lantern. Everyone knows about the Green Lantern, you know. It was unfortunate it was made. Ryan Reynolds isn't a bad actor, but he wasn't a good choice for that, and I just think the whole film is just not great. So next we all go on to Marvel now, and I think I will start off with Marvel Cinematic Universe. So start off with Phase 1, Captain America the First Avenger. This is the second version that Zavi did. This is the Zavi version. HMV did them originally, I believe, or Play.com. I think they're Play.com. No, Play.com are the Iron Man ones. I'm not sure, but it has a shield. It's a lot nicer than this version. But this is a version they did a couple of years ago. They released this and 4 again. And again, they've just released them again in lenticulars. But I'm not going to pick those up, because I've just got this already. Then I have the Avengers, which is the HMV exclusive. I say HMV exclusive, it's pretty much the same as most versions around the world. It's quite a nice steelbook. Then I have another copy of Avengers, which is the lenticular version that came with a Z-box. You just pull off the magnet. I don't know why I picked this up, to be fair. I think it was... I'm not sure, because I've already got one of the copy, but now I've got another one. Next is Phase 2, which is Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. This is a very nice steelbook and a very good film. And I quite like that they had the characters around the side as well, like the Avengers film. Next is 4-2, Dark World. Again, it's an alright release. It's an alright film. It's not the best. It's probably one of the worst, but yeah, that's it. Then I've got Guardians of the Galaxy, the lenticular version. I picked this up because it was actually a really nice steelbook, and it was on a fairly good price, so I thought, why not? And to finish off my Marvel Cinematic Universe ones, because I haven't got many, is Avengers Age of Ultron, which is a very nice steelbook. This has Ultron on the back. Different versions across the world have different... some of them have Vision on the back. There's a lot of releases for this. But I like my release, which was from... I just got that from Zavi, I think. Next is... I'll continue with Marvel. So next is Daredevil. It's a bit of a... I quite like the film. The steelbook back is awful. I mean, that is just... It's not even clear. They've literally just gone Google Images, got a really bad image, and just zoomed in on it. Because the front of it is fairly nice. You know, it looks really nice, but I don't know what the hell they did on the back. I don't know that. I don't know why they did that. But they did do it. Next is... Doctor Strange. They released a couple of the animated features on movie, and I only picked up 2 of them. 2 ones that I quite like. Doctor Strange. The back, I think this is really nice, this circle. I think that'd be nice as the front. Not seen this yet, but we'll definitely check that out. Next is Fantastic Four. Haven't released The Rise of the Silver Surfer yet on Steelbook, Blu-ray, which I will pick up if they do. Not an amazing film. The Steelbook's quite nice, actually. As Steelbooks go, for a pretty bland movie. And it seems that the newest instalment of Fantastic Four isn't any better. Next is Hulk versus Thor, and I believe also versus Wolverine as well. Just random pickups. I think we'll go on to X-Men next. I have all the X-Men films on Steelbook. So I'll start off with the first X-Men. Fairly nice steelbook, you know. I think that's pretty much the... Have I got the cover here? Yeah, it's pretty much the same as the one of the DVD covers. Next is X-Men 2. X-Men United, which I think is one of the best X-Men films. I really like these, and what's her face as Rogue as well. It's quite a nice choice. X-Men films, I think, you know, that and the Spider-Man films back in the early 2000s really cemented superhero films in the modern, you know, in the 21st century. I mean, you had the Batman films in the 80s and 90s, and you did have other superhero films, but you never had anything quite like what they did with the X-Men. And then the most meh of the X-Men's film, The Last Stand. This was because I can't remember what his name is now. I completely forgot what his name is. Who directed Bryan Singer? That's it. Who directed the first two? Went on to direct Superman Returns, and someone else directed this. And as we know, Superman Returns was really bad. Brett Ratner directed this, and it's pretty awful. It's not the worst film ever, but it's just not as good as the other two. Next we have X-Men First Class, the French version, because the UK version is really hard to get. It's very expensive. Last time I checked, it was about £40–50. So the French version, which is a really nice version anyway, which came with a nice booklet, a very heavy steelbook, like a very well built. It's not a cheap one. It's very thick, embossed as well. Obviously, the only thing about French is for some reason they have their titles like you would stack it like that. So instead of having it like that, I don't know why they do it upside down. I can't think of any logical reason as to why they would do that, but they do anyway. Next is Days of Future Past, which was a HMV release, I believe, which is a fairly nice steelbook. It's not the best, but it's alright. It's a good film though. I did enjoy the film. Next is X-Men Origins Wolverine. I was a fan of this film, although it's not canon. There were parts, you know, the fact that Deadpool was completely ruined, and although there were a lot of bad parts of this film, it wasn't that bad a film. I know a lot of people are going to be watching this and thinking, oh, you know, he doesn't know his stuff, but it wasn't that bad. It just, think of it as like a standalone film and nothing related to Wolverine. And then you have The Wolverine, which I believe was a very good film. I saw this in the cinema. Picked this up in HMV when it first came out for about £23. Probably pick it up for about a tenner now. But I really wanted it, and it was a very nice design. Next, lastly with the Spider-Man films is... lastly the Marvel film, sorry, I just said it, is Spider-Man. So we have the Spider-Man trilogy, which from whatever reason it only says Spider-Man. So you would think this is just the Spider-Man 1 film still, but it has all three of them in. So there's that. And then next is Spider-Man 3, the German release, which is a really nice steelbook, apart from the fact that a lot of like the European releases, it's got writing on the back and the title up there, but it is an old steelbook. When was this released? As a steelbook? I'm not sure. 2009, okay. Or 2010, but yeah, this is a very nice steelbook. That was actually released before, because they had the Spider-Man trilogy in German and French that was released, and this was released, but they hadn't released the first three in the UK yet. They had the Future Shop exclusives, which are Canadian. They're not very nice, I don't think. They're very boring. But I do think we need individual Spider-Man steelbooks. Next, we have the Amazing Spider-Man, HMV exclusive. It's not so exclusive because the same versions are throughout the world, like the Chinese version, the Taiwan version. And then we have, I believe it's either the American or the Canadian version, which I just got today actually. So they're fairly, that is actually the DVD case, if I have it here. Yeah, that is just literally the DVD case. But the back is slightly different. It is very slightly different. But this comes with, I think this just comes with Blu-ray special features. This came with Blu-ray 3D and special features, but the Blu-ray 3D disc didn't come with it. I did actually pay quite a bit of money for that. That was £20. But it's an American or I think or Canadian release. Next is the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Colourful back. Mixed reviews about this. Electro, I think that all the CGI in that I wasn't a big fan of. Obviously the ending's quite sad, but overall it's not that bad a film. I think next is, on Marvel, is 2 DVD steelbooks which I have. Firstly, a sealed Taiwan Iron Man, copy of Iron Man DVD steelbook. This is still sealed, and I put in a plastic thing. I probably will open this up. It's a very nice steelbook. And then it's Daredevil, because this is how I started doing my steelbook collecting. I started getting DVDs, so this comes with DVD and some other stuff. I think it's probably special features on the other disc. And lastly, I think, which I wanted to finish on, which is some of my favourite steelbooks, which is the Star Wars steelbooks, which I recently got. So you have the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and I have got the Force Awakened one pre-ordered. At the moment, the artwork hasn't been confirmed. I'm hoping it's going to be Kylo Ren on the front. I hope they release 2 releases. They usually don't, but I hope there's 2 releases. One with like Finn and Rey on, and Kylo Ren and all that, like the characters like they would do like a normal steelbook design. And then I want someone that's individual. So I want, you know, all the characters in the back, but I want it like this design. And I want Kylo Ren on the front. Next is A New Hope, which is how it all started. Next is Empire Strikes Back, which is my favourite Star Wars film. I think this is my favourite, then Return of the Jedi, then A New Hope, or maybe Revenge of the Sith. I did really like Revenge of the Sith. I know it's part of the prequel trilogy, not most people kind of forget. They like to forget about that, but overall, very nice steelbooks. I don't think they, to be honest, I don't think they could have done any better steelbooks than that. I think they pulled them off perfectly. So that is my steelbook collection of, I believe, just under 70 steelbooks. I will hit 100 by the end of next year, hopefully. But I am running out of room. But I bought some more stands, so hopefully they'll be coming soon. So yeah, that is it. That is my steelbook collection. It is a very big collection. I hope you really enjoyed this. Please comment below to tell me what you'd like next, and just tell me, you know, what steelbooks you have. If you can, subscribe to me, link me to your steelbook videos. I'm always interested to see videos of people's collections. Tell me what your favourite steelbook of mine is. That'd be nice. And yeah, just like, subscribe as well, please. So thank you guys and girls for watching, and see you later.